Bill O'Reilly here, Tuesday, September 7th, 2021. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening across our nation. The White House clarifying Joe Biden's comments on the Pittsburgh synagogue. The president's approval rating plummets. Violent chaos sweeps Chicago over the Labor Day weekend. Californians now paying the highest gas prices ever. Also ahead, with all the suffering we are experiencing in America, how will that play out for Joe Biden? But first, the White House now admitting Mr. Biden never visited a Jewish temple after a gunman killed 11 worshipers in 2018. Last week, the president said, quote, "I remember spending time at the, going to the, the Tree of Life Synagogue. It's just amazing these things are happening in America," unquote. But today, a spokesperson says the statement was not true, that the president never physically went to the temple near Pittsburgh, but spoke with a rabbi on the phone. This is yet another example of President Biden not being in control of himself. Facing a barrage of bipartisan criticism over inflation, Afghanistan, gas prices, and COVID, Mr. Biden's poll numbers are dropping. The president's approval now stands at 45%, according to the polling. Just two predecessors had lower ratings at this point. Donald Trump at 37% amid the media's Russian collusion allegations, and Gerald Ford at 36% following Richard Nixon's resignation. At least 63 people shot, 4 fatally, across Chicago since Friday evening. The victims include 7 children. Homicides in the Windy City up 22% compared to last year. More than 1,000 people have been injured by gunfire this summer alone. Residents hoping to get rid of Mayor Lightfoot will have to wait. There is no recall process in the city of Chicago. Motorists in California now paying record-high gas prices. A gallon costs $4.39 on average, the most for Labor Day ever. The national average, $3.20, up 45% compared to last summer. A combination of factors pushing gas prices higher, but the big one is President Biden's war on fossil fuels. In a moment, more on the president. We'll be right back. Fellow Americans, Bill O'Reilly here. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's noticed the state of our great nation has changed dramatically, and with it, the world's rock-solid confidence in the U.S. dollar. Thanks to our government's out-of-control spending, many believe we'll see dark days ahead for the dollar. That's why today millions of Americans are putting a portion of their savings in gold and silver. And with their sterling reputation, American Hartford Gold is the only company I am happy to put my name behind. All it takes to get started is a short phone call, and they'll have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA. Plus, tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you up to $1,500 of free silver on your first order. Call 877-444-GOLD-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. That's 877-444-GOLD-GOLD or text GOLD to 65532. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day, the Biden circumstance. Unintended consequences often lead to crushing reality. When we do something that doesn't work out, job, marriage, investment, there is usually hell to pay, as the cliche goes. That's where President Biden finds himself on Afghanistan. The botched U.S. withdrawal will haunt him the rest of his days and will hurt America in a variety of ways. It doesn't matter what Jen Psaki, the Minister of Propaganda, or the corrupt corporate media put forth. The truth is that only a heroic action in the future by the president could mitigate this colossal screw-up. Place your bets now if you think old Joe will deliver heroism. Let's start with the reinvigorated jihadist movement. Now, fanatical Muslim killers have a huge safe haven in Afghanistan. If they have cable in hell, Osama bin Laden is dancing with the devil. As Americans endure the 20th anniversary of 9/11 later this week, terrorists all over the world have reason to mobilize. A weak U.S. president encourages that. Then there is Great Britain, America's most important ally. The government there apparently thinks Biden is a ninny. Even leftist Brits are generally appalled that the USA did not work with Downing Street in abandoning Afghanistan. China and Russia have to be very pleased by Joe Biden's failure. Expect trouble from those countries shortly. But it is in the United States where the consequences will be most immediately felt. Joe Biden is now a weakened leader. All the job approval polling demonstrates that. So his domestic agenda will be far more difficult to pass. Many in Congress believe he is a detriment to this country. So his bully pulpit is receding fast. Independent-minded voters have eyes. They clearly see that Biden is not really in command, and his policies have been terrible at the southern border and in Afghanistan. Economic hardship may likely follow, and that will absolutely alienate working-class Americans. Joe Biden can hide, but he cannot run from his circumstance. Again, only a big win by the president will reverse his very visible failures. He is now being compared to Jimmy Carter as the midterm elections loom. It is not completely over for Mr. Biden, but he is behind by many touchdowns in the first quarter, and the entire world knows it. I'm Bill O'Reilly, and I approve that message by writing it. For more honest news analysis, please visit BillO'Reilly.com, where we have a wide array of analysis posted each day, and we do the No Spin News, my television broadcast, each evening. Also, my book, Killing the Mob, available everywhere. In a moment, something you might not know. Are you looking for your next investment? Bill O'Reilly here. There are 7 reasons to look at the NRIA Real Estate Development Fund. Monthly cash flow payouts of 10% annualized. Bonuses to 21% targeted. They strategically locate in lower-risk, high-demand areas people want to move to. New construction is short on supply. Real estate affords diversification and safety from stock market risk. Their short and long-term strategy provides for steady returns right now. NRIA is an industry leader with a 15-year proven track record. So, if you've been sitting on the sidelines or want to diversify, start your due diligence at nria.net. Or you can call 800-800-1414. That's easy. 800-800-1414.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. Continuing a trend that began in 2016, the National Football League will once again permit players to promote social justice on the field this season. The league now allowing athletes to place pre-approved slogans on their helmets, including phrases like Black Lives Matter and Stop the Hate. Last season, the NFL featured the names of people who were killed during altercations with police, like George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. Said one NFL spokesperson, quote, "It's an opportunity to highlight messages that are important to the league, players, and personnel, and our communities," unquote. Critics of the NFL's decision say the league is foolish for injecting social justice controversies into football games that could alienate millions of fans. But the end game on this controversy is all about money. Each year, the National Football League generates $20 billion in the USA alone. The most valuable team in the USA, the Dallas Cowboys, worth more than $5.5 billion. The average NFL team is valued at about $3 billion. Not surprisingly, some of that money trickles down to player salaries. The Seattle Seahawks quarterback, Russell Wilson, inked the largest deal in NFL history, 4 years at $140 million, including a record-breaking $65 million signing bonus. Other high-paid players include Ben Roethlisberger and, of course, Tom Brady. Not all athletes command that kind of money, though. According to the NFL's collective bargaining agreement, the minimum salary for a rookie is $480,000. A player with 3 years' experience makes at least $750,000, and those with 7 or 8 more years, about $900,000, although players playing that long are rare. The NFL can posture and virtue signal all at once, and it will, until revenue starts to decline. If the fans get angry and income drops, owners will quickly stop all the activism. At this point, big audiences remain for pro football, despite the social justice campaign. But that could change. Back after this. To mark 20 years since 9/11, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation is giving 200 mortgage-free homes to America's heroes and their families. What a great gesture. And in a moving tribute, the foundation CEO, Frank Siller, will spend August to September 11th walking from the Pentagon to Shanksville, Pennsylvania, and then on to Ground Zero. Thanks to your support, the Towers of Light are to return to the sky at the Pentagon and the Shanksville memorials. On September 12th, those lost to 9/11-related illness will be honored, and on Veterans Day, those lost to the War on Terror are having their names read aloud. Both events are happening for the first time. So, please honor our vow to continue to never forget, to do good, and please act now. Donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org. That's T, the number 2, T.org. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.